We will do a recap work from last lesson because last lesson was quite important, and I hope that you remember the paraphrasing, the giving examples.
Yeah.
And I have read some of your essays, and you made the same mistake again by missing the thesis statement or by giving unrealistic statistics or examples in your essay. So I will do a recap work, and then I will move to the main part, which will be about pros and cons essay, 3 types. All will be covered, analyzed, discussed, and example essays will be provided to you. After, we will exercise task 2 essays, and lastly, we have a test which will cover B1 and B2. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the main recap?
Recap work when you repeat what you have done before. Revision.
Yeah, understand.
Whose voice was it? I don't recognize. Okay, the student decided to go speechless. Okay. So the recap one. I hope everyone will be active here. So what do you remember from last lesson, from the first session? Not today's one, from 24th.
How to paraphrase, how to give examples.
Paragraphing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, paragraphing.
Have to write examples was first one. And what were the ways of giving examples? Who remembers?
To not mention your
As an illustration.
This is
Illustration.
Okay,
to
first.
illustrate
Take,
To
for
illustrate.
example.
an illustration.
Yes, you can say take, and you can continue with the example. Okay, next.
such
As a
as
good
Such as, okay, such as.
In
What
other
else?
words.
For
In
instance,
other words, for explanation. Yeah, why not? In other words,
To exemplify.
For
instance.
exemplify. Yes. What else do you remember? There were
For
more.
instance.
For instance,
For example, okay.
example. Namely,
For
example.
instance.
For instance,
Yeah.
these were the most common ones. More.
One clear
For
example is that
example.
General.
More.
namely.
Okay, personal examples not allowed to be given. You can give general examples, right?
one clear example is that
Yes.
Okay.
Also give realistic examples.
Yes. Clear example. Please, Jasmine, please do not play with your wires of your earphones because it's making some noise. That would be great. And it's actually related to all Jasmines because all of you getting green. So please do not play. Okay, here the rules where you have to give academic examples, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and they have to be general. How can we create general statements, general examples? Okay, using majority. So instead of saying, for example, 70% or 80%, we can say majority.
common.
But by the way, can I give example with in fact?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact. And I think today I read essay of Shahzad or Shahzada. The sentence was started with in fact, and it was quite good actually. It wasn't for the example, but it was like a sentence startup, and it looked very good. So, anything else you remember from giving examples?
Not giving.
Or while you were writing your essays, maybe something was not clear
As an
for you.
illustration.
Okay, as an illustration. I can write it over here as an illustration. When you were writing your essays, no questions arose? Everything was clear? You just found the good examples and you used the linking words and it was great?
Yes.
I had difficulties with the last.
The last one.
Yeah,
How many essays you wrote?
2.
one.
2 essays?
2
At least-
Okay.
essays.
But
Right.
actually you had an option to pick one of them, but it's good that you wrote 2. I'm very flattered that you have so much, like you are putting so much effort into it. Instead of doing mathematics, you're doing English. Good job. I'm very proud of you. Okay, so for the giving examples, no questions. Everything was understandable and you remembered, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. About the linking words. Do you remember them still?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Why not using them?
Using them.
You're using them. Who's not using?
Yeah.
I would name the person, actually more than one, but I feel like I might embarrass, so I will not. But students, if you are still not using linking words or you have no idea what it is, how to use, where to find, please do message and ask for it, or go to your channels and go to files section and you can find there by typing the searching linking words and more than one file will come up. So it's good for you to practice. Please don't make me to write add linking words, put comma after linking words, not suitable linking word, doesn't fit. So please learn them each by heart and start using them. Knowing just 5 of them is more than enough for you to achieve better scores. Now paraphrasing. And paragraphing. When you do paraphrase your essays, what kind of techniques do you use, or what makes you to paraphrase it easier? Any secret?
No, I won't tell my
There is a
secret.
secret, but we don't want to tell it.
Yeah, because
actually have
exam
no
is very
secret.
soon.
I don't know. It's just
So
paraphrasing
no
itself.
opening the secret.
Paraphrasing
Okay, I get it.
is explanation with other words, like
You see, Lola is kind. You are very selfish, and it's
We
visible that you are my student for a long time.
Yeah, because Miss
Selfish.
Malika-
We
must
want to
read
enter.
read the introduction.
Malika, you mean in
and
introduction?
paraphrase it.
Yes, in
Paraphrasing.
introduction,
Change.
have to paraphrase. Yeah,
and conclusion too. Yeah.
yeah. In conclusion, you have to restate your thesis
Yeah.
statement, so you paraphrase it again.
Yes.
Okay, so
General background.
yeah, when you paraphrase, you can replace the words,
Change the place of word.
replace the words. Do not just replace to any random word that you find. Alternative. Yeah, because sometimes it feels like you are replacing the random words that doesn't even fit, but it's just different, so it's cool. So alternative. Next, only changing the words. Is that enough?
No,
Make
you
it a
have to
paragraph.
No.
No.
Give the
Not only
synonyms.
words.
Order must be
Yeah.
changed. Order must be changed.
Or you can write
Sometimes you-
the verb as an adverb or adjective.
Yes, you can change the, okay.
And also you can change whole structure of sentence.
Yeah, you can
Uh,
change the tense, you can play
yes.
with it, passive voice, active voice, you
Yes,
can use,
like
you can mix up. Even though sometimes you don't know the alternative for a certain word, let's say, but you can change the tense. You can play with, or you can change with the form of the word. So by doing this, you are also showing to the examiner that you have some knowledge, you can play with it, you can change it. So it's cool. Now paragraphing. Do we have any structure for paragraphing?
Yes.
Paragraphing.
Depends on the type of the essay.
Yeah, depends on the type of an essay. But about the paragraph itself, the general structure, does it stay the same? For example, topic sentence, example, concluding
Yeah.
sentence. Okay, it does stay the same. Doesn't matter how many times I repeat it, you still make the same mistake. So till it gets 100%, I will just repeat it. Please do not do not list your arguments. For example, firstly, it's this, then you put full stop without explaining, without giving an example. You jump to the second one, then third one, then fourth one, then fifth. Somehow you find so many ideas. I don't know how. But please limit yourself, give two, and explain it. There is no need for you to list. For listing, you will get 0 mark. So paragraphing, topic sentence. If you don't understand what is topic sentence, please turn on your microphone. You can speak up. No one will kill you. No one will shame you here. Or message.
I saw that topic sentence is introduction.
No, topic sentence is for a paragraph. It means, for example,
Like argument.
yeah, for sentence of your paragraph, it means you are stating the argument. For example, the primary advantage of studying abroad is something. Or primary disadvantage of studying abroad is, for example, the cost. Your topic sentence must be short and it should state only the argument. Not just argue, for example, the cost is the problem. No, with some opening sentence with the linking word, like when you say the primary disadvantages or the main disadvantage is, it means that's your already linking word. You are telling the examiner, this paragraph will be about disadvantages. Then you state the argument, that is your topic sentence. It should be super short and clear. I will add like linking word plus argument. Please do not say, now I will write about advantages, or this paragraph will be about advantages. You are not speaking. Please do remember it's academic essay. Just state it. Or do not say, now I will give my example, which happened yesterday's essays. You don't have to tell to the examiner what you will do because you are not speaking again. The person is writing. If I forget about what you were writing, I can go to the first sentence and reread it. But in speaking, yes, you have to remind, you have to tell, you have to instruct. But in writing, please, every sentence counts, every sentence matters. Please do not waste your word count. Every sentence should have idea and it should be complete. Okay, next one will be explanation. Explanation is optional, but if you add it, that would be great. Explanation, when you explain this argument, you have to say why this argument is directly related. And next one would be what? After explanation?
Example.
Example or
Example.
support.
Thank you. Example or support, right. Here you can give example itself. You can give result or consequence. It's up to you which way you choose and which way is more easier for you. And last sentence is what in paragraph? If
Concluding sentence.
thank you. Concluding sentence would be the last one. Okay, what is the point of having concluding sentence?
To finish the paragraph P1.
To finish the paragraph, not clear.
Make everything
What else?
clear.
To make
To not
everything
leave the
clear.
idea
To
unclear.
finish the idea.
To summarize.
Yes,
To
Conclude the
complete
argument.
your idea, complete the argument, or you can further explain your example. Finishing with example is not allowed, yes? After the example, you have to give one more sentence to complete the paragraph, and it can be the concluding sentence. Please do not start your concluding sentences with some random words, with random statements, or by giving new arguments. It should start with consequently, thus, hence. You have to make a summary for the whole paragraph. It's like the same as conclusion, but you are giving only the summary for the one paragraph, which is B1 or B2. So they are the words that you have to use. Hence, what does mean hence?
Так.
Отсюда.
Следовательно.
Yeah.
Следовательно.
Yeah. The best ones to use is hence and thus. You can use all in all. You can use consequently, but do not use therefore. It doesn't suit here as an ending. It's more like when you want to explain it further, like here in the second sentence. So as you can see, one argument is requiring from you 3-4 sentences. But what's happening in your essays is your 2 arguments taking 3-4 sentences. So it doesn't matter how many arguments you're having in one paragraph, please do follow the structure for every single argument. How many concluding sentences I can have in one paragraph?
One.
One. Exactly, one. When you, after giving your first argument, do not give a concluding sentence. Give the second argument proposal, like the second advantage is, and then at the end, you have to give a concluding sentence for both of the arguments. Do not give 2 concluding sentences. If you have questions, you can ask.
Is it possible to get 20 marks?
Of course, it's possible. It's possible and you have to.
Did anybody get?
From this class? Like from your homeworks or in the exam?
Last year.
In the exam, yes, it was a boy actually. He got almost 100% for English. So I think if you go to the website of Real Science, you will see that boy. He got almost 100, and actually when the one student gets the 100%, it's bad for other students. Why it's bad? Because they count from the highest down 150 students. So the passing score will depend on the first one. So if the first one gets almost 100, then if they count down, it means the 70, 60 will be the passing score. So as low it gets the first one, it's better for others to get accepted. So, yeah.
What marks were the least one?
Least one, it was a girl. I would remember her name, but I will not tell because she watched the lesson. So.
150?
And it was the lowest score for the acceptance was 59 or 61, like between this one.
I think we can more than 60.
Yeah.
Be the 150.
We must more than 70.
Yeah, you have to get higher score because you are working more. I hope you are working more. Like, yes, in the class, your whole day, you are speaking English, you're hearing this language, you're doing lots of exercises. And that's great because last students were not that good, but they were writing essays more.
The problem is that we have less mocks. This is the main problem.
Yeah. And I hope I will do the deadlines then for the mocks that you can do at home. But after the deadline passes, please do not send me by saying, internet wasn't working, I was outside, I was too busy. I'm sorry, can I say it tomorrow? Like this ones. Yeah, I will say yes. I will not say no because I'm not a rude person, but I will not check it. So please send it on time. Now, do you have any more questions regarding the last lesson?
No.
No?
How can we change the word as?
Such or like.
No, I mean, tak kak. I use this word
so that
very lot. Excuse me?
So that.
Even though.
Academic?
Even though, yes, you can use. So is academic when you're using it in the middle, when you're connecting, because it counts as a linking one for compound or complex sentences, you can use so. So it means when you use so that, it will be counted as academic because you are making at the same time a complex sentence, so it's good for you. Now, types of pros and cons essays. Do you remember writing pros and cons essays? It's like advantage, disadvantage essay.
Yes.
Yes, you do remember. You should remember because the first task that will appear here in the task 2 exercise part, the one that we already wrote, and what kind of tasks they may give in pros and cons essay.
I remember the most difficult, like most complicated one was the overweight one.
Yes, so which side, or the advantages or disadvantages? Great. It's one type. What's the second type? Who can remember?
Just what are the advantages?
When the both
Okay, yes. Discuss advantages, disadvantages. Yeah, the second one. So what's the third one? Who can remember?
give your opinion.
Yes, thank you. When you have discussed both, then give your opinion. It's like the same discussion plus opinion essay.
If our disadvantages outweigh the benefits.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, this one is the more complicated one the students get confused with, but I have written the whole structure for you.
Easier.
I hope after this it will be more or less clear for you. So these are the types from easiest to hardest, not on the complexity, but on the word count. Have to prepare, because this one you have to write 3 paragraphs, and managing writing it in 250 words is a little hard. So first you have to just look at both sides. It's like discussion essay, then it goes to the advantages outweigh. So that's what Becca and Jasmine mentioned. And last one would be discuss and give your opinion. For all of them, you will have the same word count, which is 250 words. For this one, it will be no problem to manage, because you have to just discuss. With ideas, you will not have problem because you are looking at both sides. So it means both your paragraphs are about different things. So you will not repeat the words, not repeat the linking words. So all completely different. But over here, you have to, if you make in this type of essay your paragraphs balanced, the students misunderstand this task and they write as discussion essay. They look at one side, they look at different side. The paragraphs are balanced. They are equally strong or equally weak. So it's a mistake. The examiner will mark you as off topic. Why it will be off topic here if your paragraphs are balanced?
Because
we can
advantage
write
must
only
outweigh the disadvantage.
Show.
Yeah. What does mean the word outweigh?
We should make one paragraph stronger.
Yes. This word exactly is privileged. So which one is more? So they are not saying which is like totally disadvantage or totally advantage. No, they are saying which is more. So you have to pick the more side for you, and the side that you are taking will be much stronger. For example, for your side, you will give 2 valid, solid points and you will explain them. And the second paragraph, you may say like some people think that this is the disadvantage. One disadvantage you will mention, and you will explain that it's not such a big deal. Like you can live with it. It's not the end of the world. You will rebuttal the argument that's been proposed by the side that you are not taking. And in this case, you are showing that one paragraph is stronger, second is weaker. It means you are taking the stronger side. It's visible for the examiner to differentiate, to understand your point. And I think this is clear. And I will show you the next slide more understandably for you. Okay, here's the question. This question, we have done it already about taking gap year, which was recently actually. The new students, can you read the task, the question 1? Finished?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes? Okay. This part is being separated from this one, right? There are 2 separate parts in the task.
Yes.
Right? But does it mean that you have to, okay, this is the main part of the task, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this part must be paraphrased, right?
The
Yes.
last one shouldn't be paraphrased.
This one must be paraphrased. This one is for you to write thesis statement.
Yeah.
This one. So does it mean that your main task and your thesis statement must be separated?
No.
No.
In
No.
introduction, like in one paragraph.
Exactly. They should be one united paragraph. If it's separated over here, it doesn't mean that you have to separate your introduction. Please stop doing this. because it feels like you are having one separate paragraph, not a sentence, but separate paragraph, and it looks for the examiner as if incomplete paragraph or incomplete thoughts, and having short paragraphs or unbalanced ones, they will decrease your marks. So please understand the structure and combine your main introduction with the thesis statement. Okay, so now, is this task clear for you, what you have to do?
Yes.
Actually, Miss Malika, could you explain? As you remember, I kind of failed this task.
Yeah.
Could you explain it again? I still didn't understand it.
Okay. So in some countries, young people are encouraged to work or travel for a year between finishing school and starting university. So here, between finishing school and starting university, that doesn't mean the student has already finished the school?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Student has finished. So that's why when you are giving your arguments, you shouldn't say that the student has to catch up with schoolwork, with projects, with coursework, or with exams, because student has already graduated.
What can we add?
Here you may say that they may change their minds about going to university, because as you know, abroad, when you are applying for the university, you don't take any exams.
Mm-hmm.
You go to university straight with the mark that you got from school. So in this gap year, students may change their mind from going to university, or something might happen to them. You can mention, but or you may say that they may forget what they know. They may go out of this whole academic atmosphere and they don't want to be back into it.
So it's like having a gap year before starting university, right? Or university, right?
Yeah. You don't apply for the university, or you do apply for the university, but if you don't go, you take a gap year.
Oh, okay.
1 year. It's very popular abroad. You finish school and you are like all grown up, you're independent, free as a bird, and you travel the world to find yourself in order to decide which university to go, who to be in the future. It's not like for us in Uzbekistan, like which university is more free, that one you apply. There you have to really know what your interests are, then apply for the university. It's not that important for them, so that's why they don't really take it seriously.
Thank you.
So over here, first you should say the advantages. Why taking this gap year is plus for you. So why it's plus? Why it's advantages when you do take this gap year?
Because you can consider what you want to do in this life.
Okay, you reconsider your life. Yep. It's a fresh start for you.
We can have a rest.
Okay, yes, you can have rest from this academic year. You have studied 11 years and you are just filled with this whole information and you want to take a rest.
You can find the work to apply, to pay the year of university.
Yes, the tuition fees. Yeah, you can work, you can gain experience before going to university. It's a good for you. And plus you can widen up your horizon. So it's a good opportunity. When you are giving advantage and disadvantage, please do make sure that you are not only focusing in the work or not only focusing on this travel matters. Please give one argument for work, give one argument for the second side. And do you need to start with advantages or disadvantages, your paragraph?
Advantages.
It does advantages.
Someone wanted to say it doesn't matter.
Yes, me.
Yeah. It matters. You have to have this logical flow between one idea to another, and it's logical. I hope it's logical for you too. And you see it, you must start with advantages, then smoothly move into the disadvantages side. Here, do you need to give your opinion?
No.
No.
They're not asking.
No, they are not asking for your opinion. So some students are so, they create problems for themselves. They do not give their opinion introduction. They don't give their opinions in conclusion. They give in B2. I think, in my opinion, and they start giving their opinion, the whole speech about their own thoughts. Please exclude it. When this part of the task doesn't ask for your opinion, it means no one is interested in your opinion. So keep it with yourself. But in the next one, so this is the structure for you have to write how it should go. As you can see, both paragraphs are balanced. You can, here I wrote only for the one argument. You can have more than one argument, and you should have more than one argument in order to reach the word count. So you paraphrase the question, outline sentence means what?
Thesis statement.
Thesis statement, thank you. Then new paragraph, B1, advantages, written in the brackets. Then topic sentence, you mentioned the first argument, first advantage, you explain what's the advantage, you give the example, and concluding sentence is optional, as I have mentioned. If you are confident with your English, then please do give the concluding sentence. Then you move to your second argument, the same structure. That's why I didn't want to waste it because it's not visible to suit. Only I mentioned about the first structure. Next one, disadvantages, topic sentence, explain, example, the same. Then you go to conclusion. Please do not give your conclusion as that's it. Finally, I'm finishing. It's done. All the arguments are mentioned or aforementioned, above mentioned. You love these words. You should give the summary. What does mean summary?
Обобщение.
Yes.
You repeat the
Краткое
argument.
изложение.
Thank you. Yes, crystal clear. So here you have to repeat the arguments that we mentioned in the essay. That's it. Nothing else. You don't have to repeat every single argument, take it and put it there. No. Just a small summary.
Ms.
Small
Malika,
preview, yeah?
how can we write the supporting paragraph 1? Like how can we start a sentence?
I have example essays.
Okay.
Yeah, for every single one I have prepared example essays. First, let's look at the questions itself. Then for every single question over here, there's an essay. So now it's question 2. Some experts believe that it's better for children to begin learning foreign language at primary school rather than secondary school. Do the advantages of this outweigh the disadvantages? Now, can we say that it's a completely different essay?
Not at all.
No.
It's the same?
No, it's different.
No, it's
Different.
50-50.
here we have
Somehow
to have
different.
one paragraph should be more
stronger than another.
stronger. Yeah.
Yes. Here, the side that you are picking must be much stronger compared to the second one. It means 2-to-1. 2 arguments for the side that you are picking and 1 argument for the side that you are not picking. And you will not just discuss, let's say, I think that, okay, secondary school is the perfect time. But some people think it's a primary school. So I will say, okay, some people think the primary school, but I have to prove the opposite. I have to change the mind of the person. I will not praise the primary school, but mention that some people think so. However, it's not. You have to rebuttal. What does mean rebuttal?
Сравнить.
No. Rebuttal means destroy. You have to destroy other opinion. And your second paragraph that you are not taking the side of, you have to destroy that argument, which will be shown in the example essay. So here you will not have a balanced paragraphs. One paragraph will be a little bigger compared to the second one due to this outweigh part where you have to clearly show that one side is more. This is the structure. As you can see here, you will start with the stronger side. Why you have to start with the stronger side?
Because it's like your
Because
It will include our opinion, or
I think it must be without opinion, but it's stronger that why, and it's like main.
Yeah, it's your main focus of the essay is this side. So that's why you have to start with this one. You have to mention in the thesis statement already your opinion. Пожалуйста, не пишите, что после этого эссе в conclusion вы скажете свое мнение. At the end of the essay, I will give my opinion. No, you have to give it right here. Thesis statement. Поэтому и в introduction, не в конце, тут. Вы в conclusion будете только делать restatement. Пожалуйста, дайте свое мнение уже вот тут. Хорошо?
Okay.
Clear? At least not.
Okay.
Okay, great. So as you can see, it's the double of the size of this paragraph. You have to here give 2 arguments. Here you will give just 1 argument and explain why it's not strong. You have to say it's a problem, but it's not that big. It's not a big issue. It's not a big deal compared to these plus sides.
Ismalika,
And then, yes?
can we give 3 arguments in body 1? Yes.
No, give 2.
Okay.
And in conclusion, you have to summarize again, and then you restate your thesis statement. Restatement, you can first restate and give the summary, or first give the summary, then restate. It's up to you. But make sure that you have both of them. Some of you get too lazy, or you just forget. You write all the thesis statement, the restatement, or you write the summary. But make sure that you combine them both to make your essay stronger and complete. So there is a question for you. Computers are becoming an essential part of school lessons. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages and give your opinion. Is this one clear?
Yes.
Good essay. It's more relatable for you.
We have something to write.
Yeah. Here, you will not have any problems with the ideas, as the topic itself is quite familiar. You know a lot about computers, advantages, disadvantages, so you will not have any issues. But I get a message of students that they're saying, I see examples where the 2 paragraphs are only given. Yes, you can write 2 paragraphs for this essay, where you will include your opinion in one of the essays. But as the task is asking you, discuss the advantages, then discuss the disadvantages, then give your opinion. So if to totally follow the structure that has been given by the examiner, logically you have to have 3 paragraphs. But if you don't have any extra ideas, extra explanation, extra support that you don't want to think of in the exam or at home, then yes, you can write 2 paragraphs. But with this one, you have to try harder. You have to work on your language, lexical resources, in order to make it stronger, both of your paragraphs, and they get higher score. And the way that you are presenting your opinion must be in the manner that it will be very clear for the examiner that yes, this side is yours. And the arguments that you are giving in the paragraph that you are taking the side of must be significantly stronger, more powerful compared to the second side.
You would seem like advantage outweigh disadvantage. If, for example, I pick the advantages, my opinion.
Yeah, it will be similar to the advantage outweigh disadvantage if you write only 2 paragraphs and make 1 paragraph stronger. So it will be very similar to that one. And differentiating these 2 essays for the examiner will be hard because they have to mark your essay according to criteria task achievement. Did the student achieve this task achievement? Was it there? So there might be misunderstanding. So that's why it's better to follow the structure that is given over here and write 3 paragraphs, as in the example over here.
Miss Melanie,
is it visible for you?
Explain how to start the body one. I always confused about which sentence. I know that it have to be the thesis or the topic sentences, but I don't know how to start.
Oh, it's simple. If it's advantage, disadvantage, you will just say the first primary advantage is.
Okay.
That's it. This is the linking word that you are having and giving the signal to the examiner. This paragraph is about advantages. Then you combine it with the argument that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, you have 3 separate paragraphs. advantages, disadvantages, then your opinion. For your opinion, you have to, the opinion paragraph will be half the size of these two, because you are just giving an opinion, and it might be repetition of one of these, because there is no third side, right? There's only two sides, advantage or disadvantage. So you are taking one of these. And here you will tell, you can start with an opinion, your paragraph, then you have to explain why you think so. And I kindly ask you to come up with a new arguments, with new explanation, without copying what you have over here, because it will be counted as repetition. And repetition is not allowed in your academic essay. So that's why, please, before starting the essay, have the clear plan for yourself, organized plan, that you will have 3 arguments. So 2 will go here and 1 of them will come here, and you will explain it further. Then again, you have conclusion, where you will restate the thesis statement from here and give the summary. Clear?
Miss Malika, how can we write an opinion? Like, I think, in my opinion, like this?
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
essay?
yep. No, you can say, in my opinion, it's totally fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Diana, is it clear for you? Diana?
Miss Malika, I have a question.
Yeah.
For example, the essay where the primary school, it's the advantages outweigh disadvantage, and some people think that primary school must be the learning children in primary school, it's more comfortable than in secondary school. Can I pick the secondary school as advantage?
For this one, for question 2, right?
Yes.
Here, I don't advise you to change the task itself. But what you can do is here, like they're saying that for children, better to start in primary school. So here you have to look at advantages of this and disadvantage of starting at primary school. So if you are taking primary school or you are taking secondary school here. Secondary? Kutirbayeva?
Yes.
If you are taking secondary school, then you will talk about advantages of starting the school, starting the learning language in the secondary school, and you will give the disadvantages of why it's not suitable for students to start learning languages in the primary school.
Okay.
So now let's look at example essays. It's written by a student. It's not a professional essay, but quite good. Can you look at the introduction of this essay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite short, so I think it was easy to read. Okay, so the thesis statement is not just saying that this essay will discuss advantages, disadvantages of this essay, of this task, but also say the main advantages and main disadvantages. Is it allowed or is it suitable?
No.
It is allowed.
It is allowed, yes, it is allowed. The students, it's like cause and effect or problem solution essay, where you can mention the main problem, and the possible solution. It's possible. Why the students choose to write in this way? Because it's saying that this essay will discuss or will look at the pros and cons or benefits and drawbacks of this. It's common. Everyone will use it. And in order to stand out from this crowd, the students come up with different ways, and this is actually suitable, effective. You can use it. You can use the main, you can state the main advantage and main disadvantage. It doesn't mean that you will have only one argument in your paragraph. You can have 2, but as we all know that one argument is always the primary, the main one, and second one is just there to back up. So you will mention the main one in that thesis statement. Now the body paragraph.
Miss Malika,
Yes,
will you send us this presentation?
of course.
Okay.
All the PPTs and the Word documents will be sent.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, your comments on this essay?
No linking cords.
Okay, thank you.
And
this essay is for 14 out of 20. So if you add linking words, that will increase. No linking words here. What else? The mistake?
Also, in the sentence, this allows them to pay, and is repeated twice. And I would rather just not add accommodation and like let focus have the end.
The topic sentence, any comments?
I think that the student had to write 12 in number or in words.
Yeah,
right?
in words. No numbers. If it's not a statistic or it's not a fact, then write it in numbers, in words, I'm sorry. Okay, what else can be added into this one?
No concluding sentence.
Thank you, no concluding sentence. Anything else that you see?
Maybe that's it.
Okay, how many arguments do you see here?
One.
One argument.
One.
As it is just advantage and disadvantage essay, it's better for you to write two arguments. Two arguments in one paragraph, two arguments in second paragraph. Okay, if these were in here, then that would be different. And the sentences are quite long, and punctuation marks could be added here. So but main problems are these ones. Okay, next one. But the structure of how it's written is almost the same as in the PPT. Okay, now can you read the second paragraph, B2?
Yes.
As soon as you finish, make some noise.
Done.
That you are done. Finished?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what's the first issue here?
Altogether, right? Not clear.
No punctuation.
Actually, I don't know. I think there is enough punctuation.
Concluding sentence is missing.
Thank you. After the example, okay, do not end your paragraph with an example.
I didn't understand the moment where it's written some to bypass university.
What about the linking words again?
There are actually compared to the B1.
There are better alternatives for these ones. So the ones that are used, they are simple. But
Despite that disadvantages, I don't really think that I will use.
Simple start. Common start. Anything else?
And
that is similar to
I
the first
think
one?
the words are kind of poor. For example, like often can be replaced with frequently.
Yeah, it means poor use of English. Lexical resource like here. Coherence, cohesion, yet there are some usage of this cohesive devices, but they could be improved. Again, the student has only one argument. When there's a possibility for you to show how well you know this English, how well you know the topic, please do use that opportunity because the topic is quite easy. You can easily give the arguments and examples, so show off. Okay, what about the conclusion?
It's good actually, but again, poor English.
Other students, Saeed Ali, what do you think? Are you here? The boys are quite silent today.
It's okay for me. Before, however, it should be, there should be that, I think.
Overall, does it look good, the conclusion?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, it's suitable.
Yes.
Okay.
He like the student restated the thesis statement.
Okay, now let's look at the second one. Do the advantages of this outweigh the disadvantages? So we have quite big introduction. Read this introduction and tell me if you disagree with something here.
Double thesis statement.
Yes. Look how huge it is. The second one.
It's like a B1.
Yes.
I think that it's way too written in details, and it would be more suitable for conclusion.
Okay. What about the thesis statement? Which thesis statement here is more suitable? The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Yeah, thank you. First thesis. I don't say that it's perfect, but better than the second one, better than this one. When you want to give the points, when you want to name the points, that's okay, but do not go into details and discuss because you will be repetitive in the body paragraph. So that's why avoid it. Yeah. And do not give double thesis statement. Okay, now B1. B1 is also quite thick.
Early is not academic.
The
Linking
first
words are missing.
Yeah. And I couldn't really understand it without the punctuation. It's kind of hard to read it.
Yeah.
And to understand.
Do you now, the students, when you look at paragraph and you see that there is a mistake in the punctuation, you have to reread the paragraph again and again in order to understand.
Yeah.
But
because, for example, I didn't understand the beginning. The main reason
Yeah.
to start kids off, like, I didn't understand.
Now concluding.
Yeah, the student has finished with the example. Linking words. Okay, it lacks. Anything else that you see?
No, strong words actually. Strong English. Satisfied.
What about others? Ikramjanov, Walid, Muhammad Babur, Irkinova, Saeed, Abdurrahim. The same opinion do you hold?
We're thinking.
We're thinking. How long can you think? Okay. Now, as you can see, the second paragraph is much shorter. It's
Smaller,
half the size. Yeah. And that's how it should be. You see, they are stating the problem, but saying however, and they are destroying it.
And I think the student kind of has problems with linking words.
You use it my.
Unity, you mean?
My own
Give
son.
example from
Bad example.
life.
What is
your own experience?
here is given example from own life?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Example is not suitable. You cannot give your family, yourself, personal example is not allowed. So example is not suitable here.
And no
at all.
concluding sentence again.
Yes.
Yep.
Also.
Punctuation issues.
Punctuation issues.
Yes.
Again,
Also punctuation.
whole paragraph and no single comma except however, because it's a rule. After however, you must put it.
They're supposed to see.
When you do write your own essays, please do such a map for yourself. Do I have a linking word? Do I have an example? Do I have a concluding sentence? It's a good thing for you to do. So now the conclusion.
The first word, on balance. Is it
On
allowed?
balance, it is not suitable.
Yes.
Please do use the correct startups for the conclusion. The same applies to B1 and B2. I know you want to be unique, but the uniqueness should have its own limits. And the word counters, here we have almost 300 words.
The conclusion is suitable.
Having 270 words is good, but 300 and more, please avoid it. And to count that your one paragraph is half size of the first one, you should be able to write 270 words. You can fit in here. And last one, and after this we will move to the test.
Isn't the thesis statement too long? And
It is.
Too detailed.
What's happening after the thesis statement?
Have another thesis statement, right?
It's giving you the details. It's like a thesis statement and plus outline sentence, both together combined.
I think it's
for you,
better to write more general sentences and make a thesis statement more short and clear.
Leave the details for B1 plus B2. Okay, now the first paragraph. It's quite short.
There is no linking words, concluding.
Yeah, concluding sentence. But words are really beautiful words.
Okay, I see only 3 sentences, which means one of the requirements is missing, which is the concluding sentence.
Short, B1.
I think that using prime for an example is unsuitable.
As you give only one example. Okay, it's quite short, the first one. Again, punctuation issues.
No linking words.
But here
Exactly.
the punctuation is given.
No concluding.
No concluding sentence. As you see, all the students are missing the concluding sentence. Instead of example, here the result is giving, which is quite good. Anything that can be added over here?
Kind
No,
of
concluding.
Concluding sentence.
I would replace the linking word, the first one.
One possible drawback.
Exactly.
When you see the word or phrase that is being commonly used, try avoiding that one and try coming up with something that is different, not less important or less valid than that one, but better than, because that's how your essay will stand out. Okay, now we have overall. What is this third paragraph?
Opinion.
Opinion.
It's an opinion one. Yes, an opinion one.
Overall, it is suitable for opinion.
No, it's not suitable. It gives the exam the feeling that it's the conclusion.
Yeah.
It's not visible, it's not clear that this paragraph is opinion one. It's the same as B1 and B2.
And I would avoid using the word very.
Yeah, in task 2 especially.
I really don't like using it. It makes the essay kind of poor.
Yeah, true.
Very too general. And awesome. You started using the word awesome quite often. Please avoid the word awesome also. And the same here, we are missing the concluding sentence. I wouldn't say that the concluding sentence, how to say, is important for the opinion paragraph.
Miss Malika, is it actually missing? He mentioned that are more likely to get a first-class degree than those who didn't. Isn't suitable?
Which part?
Like the last one. I think he like kind of combined it. Yeah, this part. Doesn't it show the result?
What do you mean? For the example, you think it's unsuitable?
No, I think it's suitable.
It is suitable. But no, by saying the opinion part, I meant that student didn't mention that this paragraph is about the opinion itself.
Sorry.
The signal parts were not used. Now the conclusion.
I think it's good.
Good.
Here we have the summary.
Except
Summary is
very.
good.
Very.
Yep.
It's not needed.
Yeah, except the very.
Yeah, it's good.
You will have a choice for a homework. You can pick any of these essays, one of them. Not the essay, but the task. And you will write your own version. You have now the essays that are not for 20 or for 18. And you have to develop these essays, but don't copy. You can take some words, you can take some examples or their arguments, but produce your own work and fill these mistakes. I mean, write the argument properly, write the concluding sentence, and make your essays ideal, close to ideal. So pick one essay. I will screenshot and send the tasks separately, and this Word document will also be sent. Ready?
Yeah.
To
Yes.
ask about my essay, I have already sent you the 3 of my essay, and none of them.
Do you send to Real Science?
And to Real Science and to your account.
Yeah, actually.
Which account did you send?
I don't remember now.
The essays are marked till 22nd, and they are already been sent. And before I started lesson, I sent out the essays.
Were sent on the 22nd. Are they marked?
The 22nd?
Yeah.
Jasmine, your one I don't remember, but almost all the essays from 22nd was marked, and I sent it before I started the lesson.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, the Safi, I sent yours also for the 22nd, and if it wasn't sent, please forward them to me and to the Telegram that is being added to your groups. Not that one, because the best one, I don't use it. I don't see your messages. So please forward them to the different Telegram. Clear?
I send to Malika and
all of them are Malika's because it's me. And I will message you from my own Telegram to you after this lesson. So there you can forward.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great. So for the test, are you ready?
Yes.
At Series of English, you will have 15 questions. They are B1 and B2 level. So you will not have any difficulties in doing them because last lesson we worked with upper intermediate and you were quite good. So good luck. First one, complete the sentence by reporting the speaker's words. My father is a businessman. My mother is an engineer. Umid said,
B1.
Yes.
Yeah,
B1.
yes.
is it visible for you from here? Or do you want me to
Yes,
share it?
yes.
Visible?
Yes.
No, it's visible.
Okay. So your final answer is what?
B.
B. B? Okay, well done. Yes, it is B. Next one, choose the appropriate preposition. I spent the night, my boat, the dog beside me.
A1.
A.
In my boat. A. With the dog beside me.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think B.
Maybe
You
B.
think be on my boat?
Yes.
But
No.
I listened.
No, the girls were right. The first option, A, was correct. Next one, fill in the blanks. George is
Mary.
Married to.
married with or married to?
Married
D.
D.
G.
D1.
D.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well done. Next, choose the answer which correctly completes the sentence. The accident was serious. The patient in hospital for 5 weeks before he fully
Had
recovered.
been. C.
C.
Had been.
Yes.
C.
Had been.
What about others? Why only 3 people are answering?
Not 3, 4.
Twins? Twins decided to be silent. Okay, Samandar thinks it's C. Students, please do not brief your microphones. Please brief far away. Like, don't make it close to the microphone wires or something. Yes, it is C. Well done. Next one, choose the answer which correctly completes the sentence. Nobody knew where Jane in front door key.
Has left.
Has left.
Has left.
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 Only
Eight. Really?
left.
Left.
D1 maybe.
D.
It's D maybe. It's like a past of the past.
Yes.
I think it's A.
Left.
Here you have the key part is nobody knew.
D.
He had left.
It's D.
D.
D1.
It is D. It is for the students who are trying for
I think
Interhouse.
it's written incorrect.
The question itself, the question may sound like it's missing some information to give the clear answer. And so it was actually in the Interhouse exam last year. And the correct answer had left. They are giving explanation.
Is right?
He is right.
I mean, in the question, it's written that nobody knew where it means where will.
They make some typos in the exam, so you have to figure out by yourself what is the best appropriate answer would that there be. So if you look at the key parts, like nobody knew, and knew was it happened in the past, and this person lost the key in the past also. And when two actions happen in the past, you mostly look at the past perfect, and the most suitable answer would be here, D option.
Okay. Can I ask something?
And this one, yeah, would be where? Yes, the subject.
In the exams of interest, they will answer.
Wait, please wait. A subject. Someone, there's a background noise. Please turn off your microphone. It's that's coming from you. There's some sports or something. Thank you. A subject you can ask.
In the exams of interhouse, they will ask about our hobbies in English.
In speaking part, if you will have this year the speaking interview, then yes, they ask about hobbies. What do you do? What you are doing? What's your plans for the future? Personal questions like IELTS part 1.
And what in the Russian part, Russian and literature?
Okay, there they will ask you about grammar questions. They may ask you, they may give you the sentence, и вы должны делать там какой-то разбор, синтаксический разбор,
Когда родился путь.
Yeah, the birth or some poems they may ask.
History.
About history, I'm not sure, because like students, they don't pay attention to history mostly because it gives the least marks. But for literature and Russian English, I know exactly that these questions are asked. They may ask you to read some poem or any poem that you have memorized, you have to retell it. So these. You're welcome. And the person with TV, there are 6 minutes. Be patient after you can watch your TV.
Yeah.
I want to watch lots of stuff too, but I'm having the lesson, so please be respectful. Number 6. Choose the answer which correctly completes the sentence. Higher education in the US began in 1636 when the first colonists, Harvard College. Have exact year over here.
Founded. D.
So,
Where found?
Were founded.
Founded.
I think C.
C.
when you have the exact year, what do you use when you have the exact time? Which tense do you use?
Perfect.
Voice.
Simple.
Simple. Simple. C.
Can you please refresh your memories?
Present, past, continuous.
Possible.
Present perfect.
Past continuous.
Found it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 7, choose a sentence which has the same meaning. Bob's classmates always laugh at him. Why do they laugh so? The same meaning, pick.
D.
D.
Ah, yeah, D.
Yes. D.
All agree?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yes.
All done.
Guys, turn on TV, please. Oh, turn off.
Is it Sagadu Live?
No.
Can you
Maybe
try
you-
turning off your microphone? It's definitely boy. Next one. Choose the best answer. They
Haven't
do the
been invited.
party yet.
Haven't invited.
Haven't been invited.
Yes, haven't been.
D1.
Haven't been. D.
D1.
D1.
Yes, the one. It's the most suitable as you have as the star they. And there you have the keyword yet. Number 9, choose the best answer again. You see Tom this evening. You tell him to phone me.
B.
B.
A1.
D1.
Should you say it on this evening?
Should you tell him?
It's really strange.
No, A. A.
Here, do you remember should may come as if. So make your answer depending on that.
It's B.
Yes. B. C maybe.
Yes. B1.
Yeah, it's
D or B?
No, it's B.
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 Yes, it is B. So please do remember that should can have the meaning of if. Please have it here and never forget. Next, number 10, choose again the best answer. The boy who got marks of cheating. What does mean cheating?
Miss Malika, you said the answer.
I was curious.
I read it fully.
Not fully.
Not
Only the
fully.
first part.
On the first part. I didn't realize, but okay.
It's C. It's B.
C, yes, suspect.
Yes.
C.
D1.
The boy was suspected, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe was suspected.
Yes, was it?
Yes, I said G.
Yes, it is. The answer is the boy who got good marks was suspected of cheating. Here, did you get why the answer is D?
Yes.
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 Was.
Okay. Now I felt like we are having some discussion, so I thought you disagree.
No.
Okay, number 11. If she
It's
had
B.
been wearing a seatbelt, she
B.
B.
Wouldn't
B.
have got.
B.
Yeah, B.
Yes, B.
Yes, wouldn't have got. 12. In Britain, you drive a car when you are 17.
D.
G.
You're able to or you're allowed to.
You are allowed.
Allowed.
Allowed because it's
Exactly, you're allowed. They give you the permission, so that's why it's D.
Yeah.
And number 13, you have 2 more questions left. Must I do room? No, you. It's clean.
Must.
You mustn't or you needn't.
Needn't.
Needn't. Yes, it's needn't.
Miss
Yes, it
Malika,
means like you don't have.
what does
Yep.
it mean? Do the room.
Clean.
Make
I'm sorry. I must
Do
do
the
room. It
room.
means you have to clean. Should I clean or not?
Okay.
Pre-last question. I come in. No. Yeah, I'm very busy now.
B.
B. B.
B1.
It's B.
B.
Yes, all the students who usually come late, they know that they have to ask, may I come in? Yes, not can I come in? So well done for remembering. And last question. The conductor told the passengers.
A1.
A1.
A to show. Yeah.
Yes.
Their
Show their passes. Show their months.
Maybe C. It's A.
The answer is A. Yes, the answer is A. Well done for passing the test. So we started the test at exactly 2:21 and we finished it exactly at 2:31. It means in 10 minutes we managed to do 15 questions. And it should happen in the exam also. For use of English, you have to spend 10-15 minutes. So as you can see, it's possible. You can manage finishing it in 10-15 minutes. And now you were having discussions with each other that no, it's A, no, it's B. But if there wasn't this discussion, maybe you could have finished it even earlier. So you will have more time for the writing.
Miss Malika, how much time you should spend on reading?
On reading, for every question, 1 minute. So every question costs you 2 marks. So you can spend up to 2 minutes in per question.
Enough?
But look, as you have one question, the 3 questions on one reading. So it means you don't have to read the text again and again. So one question, 1 minute. So 15 minutes, 15 questions for reading. It means you will spend 15 minutes and 50 questions for use of English. So again, 15 minutes. So 30 minutes should go for the use of English and reading, and 40. You will manage. Yes, the rest should be spent for writing because it costs you 50%. So try allocating more time for the writing section rather than use of English and reading. And I would even advise you to do the writing first because use of English is easy. You would just circle the answer, and the same applies for reading. Writing is more important. And I want to remind you that you have to time yourself at home. Spend 20 minutes for task 2 and 15 minutes for task 1 and see how far you can go with this timing. Maybe you go to B2, maybe you go to B1, and you will challenge yourself. You will know your ability. So next time, maybe you should do something differently. Maybe you should write faster, or maybe you are writing this slow because you don't have enough ideas, or maybe you are writing slow because you're having troubles with giving examples. So you have to know your exact problem and you can work on that. But if you don't challenge yourself and you spend hours for writing one essay, then you will not go further. Yes, you just go around the bush.
Big problem. I spend around 3 hours.
Don't spend 3 hours for write that.
No, my opinions. I cannot thinking exactly in 30 minutes. 30 minutes is very
short.
No, it's not enough for me.
Yeah, because
I
you
cannot think
just
fast.
started. I know first you're a new student, and as you said before, you have written essays, but no one has marked them. It's like you haven't worked in essays that much yet. And I have marked your essay yesterday, and I can see that you have troubles. And if you work on that issues more, and you write essays every day, then you can improve yourself and you can manage writing in 30 minutes. It's possible. You just have to time every time, put a timer in on the desk next to you and see, because when you have the timer, you should have certain responsibility, this feeling that you have to finish after 30 minutes, and it will help you a lot. You have to know how far you can go within this time limit. If you don't put a timer, then that's all useless.